Let's give it another try. Come on in, come on in. Come on, join this war. Come on, sponsor this battle. I need some sponsors today. I need some sponsors today, fam. I need y'all to sponsor this war because we under attack. We must be really, really close. We must be very, very, very close. We have to be. I see you, Buster. I see you, Cheap. Wyola. Yeah, that's true. I go live from where I am right now a lot. So what is it that keeps shutting down the chat? It's YouTube. We gotta be close. They don't like the information that we talking about. But once again, it's sad, the world we live in. Probably best use 2 phones, huh? Yeah. I got my other phone right here. Only thing about it is it's on 13%. I appreciate that, Buster. Frederick said he didn't even get the notification. We gotta be close. We gotta be close. But I can tell you one thing. I keep putting them videos out. And those videos get to y'all. And those videos get your attention. And those videos give y'all a lot of clarity. Because I know a lot of y'all be wondering about certain things like I do. And I just do my best to give y'all a peace of mind. They tried to focus on the moderator, laugh out loud, the best of all the YouTube channels in the world, of course. That is so true. That is so true. A lot of people don't know one of the smallest YouTube channels they have has the biggest and best information. But we are the minority. We are the minority. We are that small percentage that has been chosen to receive divine insight, divine information. 71 hours and counting. I hear you. But we gonna make a lot of people out of believers, but by the time they believe, it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late. We've been screaming about Proton, XPR, Loan Protocol, Dank Dollars, Proton PUSSY, Dank BSV, Corium, right? All of the Stellar coins. What's up, Dana? I've been screaming this from the top of the mountains for a long time. And by the time people try to catch on, it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late. You cannot jump on a train that's moving 80 miles per hour. You can try. You can try. But I don't think that's gonna work out too good for you. You try to jump on a train moving at 80 miles per hour, or let's even go a little further, try to jump on a bullet train that's moving at 150. 5 days ago, watch a guru revealed metal sign by accident. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's just like, I think that's the decode I did yesterday when we saw the term come up, shows up everywhere. You know that was talking about proton. When it says shows up everywhere, there is nothing on this planet that shows up in more places than the proton symbol. We see the proton symbol everywhere. All right, Scoopy, I appreciate that. And like I say, anybody that's not on the Patreon, y'all need to come over. Don't forget to come join the Patreon. But in this community, millionaires will be made. Millionaires will be made in this community. Copper, silver, gold. Yep. ICP. Definitely hit the like button if y'all can. Like I say, just a like or a nice comment is good. You know, if y'all not able to do the super chat, that will suffice. That will suffice, because all is appreciated. And you know what I notice about a lot of channels that talk about XRP and certain coins? I notice they do not communicate with people unless a person does a super chat. If a person does a super chat, then they answer the question or they respond to the person. I have never done that. I don't care if this is your first time on the channel or if you've been here 100 times. If you ask me something or if you say something, I try to respond to everybody. That shows you how different my channel is from many of these other channels. I sit there and watch all these people asking questions and saying things, and the person who's doing the video doesn't respond. But soon as somebody does a super chat, then they respond to that person. That shows me one thing. They in it for the money. XRP was mentioned on the Epstein file. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, but like I told y'all, I'm not doubting XRP, but XRP is not one coin. XRP is a system of coins. You right, Ashen, Crypto Hawk and XRP Veil, laugh out loud, only super chat. They only in it for the money. They only in it. I sit there and watch them. I'm like, all these people asking the question or trying to get insight and information, and they're ignoring them. But the people that do the super chats, oh, you got a lot to say now because you're getting paid. That's so lame to me. That is so lame. I have never functioned like that. I communicate with everybody. If you do a super chat or not, what's up, great? And that lets you know who's in it from the heart and who's in it for money and greed. I have never, we live in crazy times because a person talks about XRP continuously and the price is still around the same price and people just throwing money at them. And these people are becoming very wealthy. Very wealthy. And now I know why. Because the algorithm helps them push that narrative. It takes your attention off what it should be on. The E system, the E coins. because you don't hear nobody talking about it. How many videos can you find on Dank Dollars, on Proton SSY, on Loan Protocol, on XRP LT, XRP 262, on XRL, on PLMX, on XSV? How many? Because these coins are on XPR Network and Stellar. So why is nobody talking about them? Because they too busy talking about XRP. They too busy talking about Bitcoin. They too busy talking about meme coins. Everybody trying to get rich quick. But they don't have the time to sit back and just do their spiritual work and let the information come to them instead of chasing. See, that was the old me. I used to chase everything that I wanted. But all you have to do is raise your frequency and your vibration, and the things that the universe has meant for you will chase you down. That's the big difference. That is the big difference. So like I told y'all, you need to give yourself a pat on the back. You need to be, I just want to say congratulations to you all, because you have found and put yourself in a position that many people are not in. Many people are not in this position, but you are. So instead of me going through this and noticing that YouTube has shut down my chat section once again, I'm going to take this time to go get these other decodes that I have ready for you and release them. And then we'll try this again tomorrow, fam. Because the third time is the charm. The third time is the charm. It is obvious they do not like what we are talking about. It is obvious that we are under attack. It is obvious that they know we know the truth. So we don't have to be here for hours, because y'all go get the information either way it go. If we can't talk about it on my live stream, then, you know, when I do a video, we can talk in the comment section. We could come. That's why I got the Patreon, because we can continue this conversation on Patreon. But y'all see it. I want y'all to really notice, y'all see it in real time, that they cannot stand this community. Right? What did I name that video I did today? Yeah. They hate, we know. They hate, we know.
Why waste time going to the clinic when you can check your blood pressure anytime?
They hate, we know, family. And what I decoded in that video to get it started was YouTube hates this information. Clear as day. YouTube hates this information. If y'all can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but that's what it says. YouTube hates this information. And guess what? And clear as day, in that video, it clearly says YouTube shadow bans him. YouTube shadow bans him. There you have it, fam. There you have it. That's why I told y'all. They do two things. They try to starve me out so I can't make no money off YouTube so I can feel like it's pointless. Thank God I'm not in it for the money. And they also just try to destroy the frequency and to keep us separated, because when we come together, we are way more powerful. When we raise that frequency, we bring a lot of different things to the table. But it's only a sign that we gotta be very close, because they turned up the knob on the suppression. They turned up the knob on restricting the content. They turned it up. So we gotta be close, fam. So these are the days we need to pay a lot more attention to what we are doing, how we are positioning, because they cranking the heat up right now. But today, I put up a video that clearly says YouTube shadow bans him, and now they have frozen my chat section in 3 consecutive live streams. But I'm excited. I am excited. I'm excited. Because I didn't know. I knew what I was, but I didn't know that I had this much effect to where they consider me that much of a threat to where they would not even let us even communicate with each other. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. They want me to keep starting over and getting off track, and I'm not about to do that. I'd rather go work on something that got way more substance, because y'all already know what time it is. And a lot of y'all on my Patreon, a lot of y'all know you can contact me anytime. Some of y'all even have my phone number. I'm always available for the community. I'm always available for the community. So this it's aggravating, but it doesn't stop a thing, because I'm going to keep pushing. And every time they do this to me, they make me more and more ambitious to find things that I've never found. That's why we already light years ahead of everybody. We already know that they've chosen China to be the new world superpower and to lead the NW, you know what, right? We already know that Trump was chosen to bring about the destruction of this system, right, of America. We already know that because the numbers told us that. We already know. And we know many other things. So we not worried. I think it's just time to grab the popcorn and sit back and watch it play out. Watch everybody panic. Watch everybody run with their chicken, like a chicken with their heads cut off, because they didn't pay attention to what they should have paid attention to. They didn't do their spiritual work. They didn't work on their selves. But we did. We lifted our vibrations. We got, like I say, I thought I was 5D. My decode told me I'm rocking on a 7-dimensional consciousness. And y'all saw it in the video. Y'all saw it in the decode. I'm accessing 7-dimensional information. Because I'm in tune with the cosmos. I'm in tune with myself. I'm in connection with my ancestors, with my angels. I pay homage to the Most High every day. I do everything I gotta do to garner my supernatural blessings. And many of you have done the same. That's not a coincidence why you are here. It's not a coincidence. You are here for a reason. But the reason is something that you've done or something that you've noticed. You knew something wasn't right. And now you here. And now you have information that is so valuable that 99% of the world have no idea even exists. Walk up to the average person and tell them about the E system. Walk up to the average person and tell them that you know about Philip Price and E Corp and the loan product that's going to save America from destruction. Go up to the average person and bring some of this stuff up. They're going to look at you like you crazy. Go up to the average person and tell them, yeah, silver going to reach $2,000 in price. Well, how do you know that? The numbers told us. $2,000 silver. Remember, we saw the term rally and pump in the same cipher? Well, how much more proof do you need if you have one word that says pump and two words over that, rally? $2,000 silver. But only the people that don't have faith is going to try to wait till silver drops to 50 or 60 or 70 when you should be getting it while you can. Because my decode today said the ones you cannot buy. The whole time, I really thought it was talking about certain cryptos. But it turns out it might be talking about precious metals. The ones you cannot buy. We seeing that now. You cannot buy copper right now. Not fine copper. You cannot buy the 1,000-ounce ball. Like all of this stuff is getting sucked up. So the ones you cannot buy, we know what it is. And many of us have did what we needed to do. Because we've looked so far into the future because of our spirituality, because of what we have been allowed to see and access, because we are not like the average person. We operate from spirit. Remember, all of my decodes have always said, chosen by spirit. You have to be chosen by spirit. And that's what we've done. And we have an awesome community now. That's why I told y'all, we need to, I do YouTube because I just keep trying to reach people that, I'm trying to save as many people as possible. That's why I continue to do YouTube, because it's always one or two people that I might get their attention. That I don't care if I'm able to get one person, that's a job well done. But I keep telling y'all, you should come over to the Patreon because we don't have to experience this type of stuff. Matter of fact, I told y'all I'm going to start going live on Patreon. And this is definitely confirmed that I'm going to start going live on Patreon. I'm definitely going to put that in motion. I think I'm going to go live on Patreon. And after I go live on Patreon, I'll just upload the live stream to YouTube. I think that's what I'm going to do. So if you're not on the Patreon and you want to interact with the community, everybody need to come over to Patreon and let's get away from this oppressive system, fam. Because I'm doing the best I can, but there's nothing I could do when they shut down the chat. That's out my hands. So y'all just keep that in mind. I hope I go to my Patreon later today and I see, we got a lot more people that join. Because there's a lot of things I got to change. I can't keep letting the enemy get in front of what I'm trying to do. Because I really should have been talking about something totally different. But whenever they do that, it messes with the frequency. It throws everything out of whack. So I got to come up with some better options to make sure that we don't get interrupted. But y'all clearly see that this community is under attack. But I'm telling you, if they taking it this far, we got to be very close. We have to be very, very close. I'm talking about closer than you can imagine. Because I've never experienced this in my journey doing this on YouTube. I've never had my comment and chat section freeze up in three consecutive videos. It has never happened. Something has changed, something has shifted, and I think I know what it is. I think they know that we almost at that point, and they trying to restrict as much information as possible. And they know where the information that needs to be restricted is, because they know I give y'all things of so much substance, it'll make your head spin. Just like Knight Rider earlier said, thank you for, like maybe Knight Rider didn't even know that there was a difference between industrial copper and 0.999 copper, meaning that 0.999 copper is considered actual bullion. So when you have, you done stripped the house down and you got all this copper and you like, I'm going to come up. Yeah, copper might go to a whole lot of money a pound, but it's not fine copper. You may have copper go to, let's say, $25, $30 to $50 a pound, right? But that's industrial copper. But if you have industrial copper at $30 to $50 a pound, how much could the fine 0.999 copper be worth by the ounce? Because right now, I just showed you one site selling them for $10 a coin, and you have another site I told you was selling them for $14 a coin. So imagine there is a day come where 0.999 copper is worth $100 per coin. And you sitting on 1,000 coins that you invested $1,000. You spent $1,000 at the time, and you got 1,000 coins at $1 a piece. And now those 1,000 coins are worth $100 a coin. You do the math. That's an out of this world flip. That is the biggest flip ever. And $100 still could be low. Because if you getting to the point to where everything is based on precious metals and you got gold at 60,000 an ounce and you got silver maybe at 7,000 an ounce, then it's not crazy to think that copper could be $500 an ounce. And you sitting on 1,000 of them. You would have never thought copper would change your life like that. But we've seen these things in my decodes. We've seen copper come up a lot. We've seen silver come up a lot. We've seen gold come up a lot. The coins we always talk about that we hold comes up a lot. The foreign currencies comes up a lot. Right? We've seen lobster come up a lot. Right? We've seen some of the memes like Ryujin and Amikami come up a lot. We've seen BSV come up a lot. We've seen Corium come up a lot. Right? We've seen Terra Luna come up a lot. Doge, Shiba, Floki, Dogalon Mark. Like, we've seen these coins a lot. We've seen these terms a lot. And like I say, the fact that there are thousands of cryptos and there are thousands of cryptos I've never seen once, and over the period of my decoding, that means something. Right? And I'm going to tell you one of my favorite coins that I think is going to shock everybody. And I think that coin is going to be dank dollars. because Dank Dollars is not even at $1 million market cap. With that many holders, not even at $1 million market cap. 1 million. We're not even at 1 million in market cap. Imagine Dank Dollars goes to let's say $100 million market cap. Well, you done 100x your money. However much you put in Dank Dollars, you have 100x your money. And that's only at 100x. That's only at $100 million market cap. I think Dank Dollars go come out of nowhere and make a lot of people very wealthy because of the low market cap. And the low market cap is a testament to it's that many people who don't know about it and don't know the potential that that coin possesses. But time will tell. Time will tell. But I'm not going to keep y'all long today, fam. But I did my best. I tried to, go live 3 different times. So like I say, I'm going to start going live on the Patreon. And next time that happens and they do that, I'm going to just immediately swap right over to the Patreon and tell everybody who was on my live, go to your Patreon and we go pick up the conversation there. Because I'm not about to be dealing with this type of shadow banning. I'm not about to deal with it. So I want to thank everybody that showed up today. I want to thank everybody that sent any type of super chat, any type of warming comment, anything y'all did. I appreciate y'all, fam. Like I said, I keep going because of my community. And like I said, I'm always trying to bring somebody over to show them something that they didn't see. If I can get one new person a day just to see the light, I'm happy. I feel like I did my job. But like I say, anybody that does do anything for me, I want it to be from your heart. Because I don't need nobody I don't need y'all to make me. My wealth has already been confirmed. I've done what I needed to do to garner my universal and celestial help. I've done everything I needed to do physically to give me an edge when the time comes. I have a lot of spiritual forces working in my favor. And that's what I want you all to do. I want you to do whatever. I need you to sit down and really think and be like, what can I do? What do I need to do to garner a lot more supernatural help? Because there will be a time that comes where that supernatural energy and force is going to be needed. And you want to have that supernatural force on your side and working in your favor. There's going to be a major difference between people who phones get hacked and those who don't. When the money is there and you go to swap and your phone start buffering and your internet keep going, you gonna be like, why now? Why now? And then you go know right then and there, your phone been working for weeks and weeks and months, no problems. But now everybody rushing to sell and get this money. And for some reason at that exact moment, your phone go to acting up. Or your screen crack or anything. And you gonna be like, why now? Why now? I want you to think back to this conversation that you heard. Because those type of things do happen. And you go wonder, why me? Why at this exact moment is this happening to me? Because you didn't have that extra help. But that's your decision. When it come to y'all, I work hard for y'all as if y'all my real family. And I know the Most High loves me for what I do and confirms it in my decodes. And it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to know no matter what happens, I have the eyesight and I have the blessings and the favor of the most important energies in existence. And there is no feeling that's better than that. When you know you good with the Most High, nothing bothers me. Nothing. Because I know I'm good to the ones that matter. And I want you to have that same feeling about your life and your works in this physical world. So I hope y'all please take heed to that. Be on the lookout for my next decode. But like I say, tomorrow I'll be back. We'll try this again tomorrow, same time. And everybody else who's on the Patreon, we're going to start going live on the Patreon. But we'll finish this conversation over on the Patreon. So I want to thank y'all once again for joining. I love y'all. Everybody have a blessed day. Starship out.